Hi, welcome to Tinfoil Handkerchief Tarot, where the energy never lies and the ancestors got jokes. This channel is for entertainment purposes, though tarot is a great tool for reflection, clarity, and confirmation. With collective messages, if something comes out that doesn't resonate with you, the overall read probably isn't for you, though there may be messages within that are. The way I read cards is more about self-reflection rather than prediction, so while you may find some helpful insight, think of it more as potential to preemptively heal aspects within self. Please keep an open mind and honest perspective, and if you don't come in peace, please don't come at all. This is a general collective 5-card draw message for Thursday, April 16th, though all readings are timeless. Okay. We've got Shaman, Trust in Higher Forces. Ninth house, Exploration. I believe ninth house is Sagittarius. We've got Death, but Death is also Rebirth, and is actually specified in this deck as Death and Rebirth. We've got the Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. And then on the bottoms of the deck, Knight, Be Brave and Honest. Ascendant, Entrance in the reverse, and the Devil. It's like trusting things will work out even when it's hard. And I know I've said that a few times this week. Trusting in higher forces, and Sagittarius is a fire sign, but they are also willing to try new things, which is probably why it's exploration, but it just kind of seems like an unclear path. So it's like trusting in the higher forces because the path is unclear. It's a time of change. Like Death seems like a scary card, but it's more about endings and beginnings than anything. And this could be letting go of lack mindset, because the Eight of Swords is like, see how she's tied up here, but she's not here. It's like she's trapped in her own head kind of thing. So that's why I'm getting it's like the lack mindset. It could be being sad that things are ending, but I think more it's trusting that things will work out even if they feel hard right now. It's a transformation period, but in order to be able to move on to trying new things and the exploration part, you've got to be willing to let go of the lack mindset so that it is a rebirth more than a death. But again, chapters have to end to be able to start a new one. But with this Knight, Be Brave and Honest, I'm getting, again, it's like the trust in higher forces on this exploration, even though you can't necessarily see the path. Even if there are things that you're lacking in the material world, you're internally more whole spiritually, even when you can't see the road ahead. But it's also about being honest with yourself about where you feel like you lack. And with the Ascendant, Entrance in the reverse, it's like the lack mindset will get you on the path, but it won't get you through the door. But also, when you overcome it with bravery and honesty, new levels, new devils, usually. And the Devil in tarot also represents like contracts and partnerships, but essentially like the duality of everything, right? Temptations. So I think there's a level of it too about maintaining integrity, even despite feeling like there's lack in material possessions. If you're honest and brave and trust in the higher forces, the path will become clearer, even if it feels more uncertain now, even if you don't feel confident. Like, I'm also getting the devil's blocking the door. So being brave and honest is also about overcoming temptations to be able to get out of that lack mindset, which would be a rebirth of sorts. But sometimes you just have to learn to say no when the devil tries to get all tempting on you. But yeah, I think it's about self-perception and overcoming lack mindset. And sometimes, like this, with this, sometimes we hold ourselves back, and sometimes the transformation and the rebirth that we need to have is within self, and can be just as much of a mental thing as it can be a material thing. Not everything's about money, though it does help, but sometimes it comes with strings attached, and sometimes we impose those strings on ourselves. But you got to make the conscious effort to maintain integrity, even if you feel like you're lacking. But temptations long term, they aren't going to be fulfilling. But bravery and honesty and confidence within self will eventually open that door to abundance. Sometimes it's just a matter of having faith in yourself and trusting it. There will be a light along the path, even if you don't see the light as you're walking along the path or as you're approaching forks in the road. But I also take this to be as trusting in your own instincts, that you'll make the right decisions along the way, and that you'll be divinely guided and protected as you do. But you also have to have faith and confidence in yourself, and you have to not be afraid to say no, because sometimes we're our own holdups just because we're scared. That's why it's important to be brave and honest, because if you're honest, at least you're standing in truth. But again, sometimes I think it's more we hold ourselves back. So that's what I got. If you want to see more, subscribe to Tinfoil Handkerchief Tarot on YouTube, or become a member of the Tarot tier and subscribe on Patreon at Tinfoil Handkerchief Alignment. And until next time, keep the peace.